Hey, brothers and sisters, end time warriors in Christ. I tried sharing a video earlier about the upgrade, but YouTube took it down. So here I got a good one that I found this sister. She's a homesteader in Appalachian. She asked some pretty good questions here, so check it out.
Hey guys, come So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. I just said to myself today, when I went to the grocery store, that tonight, my next video, like I told you, is I'm going to be filming how to can sausage. Right after I go get another rick of wood and put all this animal feed up. And I still plan to do that, I hope. But the sense of urgency right now to make this video is going to come before that. Are we paying attention? Are we looking at what's being said? Are we reading the signs? We better. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Well, my animal feed has gone up again today. I'm going to literally start putting, I'm going to tonight, I'm going to write down where I think we started at. And then every time I go and buy feed, I'm going to write down at least some of the basics. I'm going to write down how much they are and the date, because I think it's going to be imperative to keep a baseline understanding of where we're getting hit the hardest. So this is what I encourage you to do also, because folks, you have got to stay sharp. We have got to continue to sharpen each other. So here's the deal. I had to run a few errands, went by the store, got some more feed. I've done my business this afternoon with my animals. Time to cook dinner. But you know what? Have you seen what's going on with China? I'm literally pulling out of the co-op and I'm getting all of these notifications of China. Correct me. You can correct me. I can be corrected. Just be nice about it. But China just warned their own people to start stockpiling food and essential items for winter. What? Now, the first emotion I felt out of this was a little bit of internal panic. I'm a human being just like you, but then I wrangled it in and I went, okay, we know this, okay? And then, pardon my language. No, I'm not going to pardon my language. I'm going to be controlled here. I got angry. Do you want to know why I got angry? That's not the word my flesh wants to use right now, but I got angry. And just in driving just a few short miles, it's like a firestorm raged in this little body. You should be mad at this point. Why? For several reasons. But the one that just struck a chord with me harder than ever today is, why is no one in any form of authority here telling you to prepare, telling you to be responsible, telling you to buy an extra peanut butter? You have to come to YouTube or to a blog for somebody outside of authority to tell you how you should be just on fire, trying to do your very, very, very best to wake up and to do for you, your family, your animals, your farm, your friends, and your community. Why is no one here in authority telling you that? Why? I'm not really interested in the reasons, not reasons why this is happening in China, because it's being listed as it could be because of this. It could be because bad weather and flooding. Could be because relationships with other smaller countries. Could be this, could be that. Right? Yeah. Could be for reasons no one is saying, but they said it. And they said it to their people. And the people responded. And from what we have seen, granted, true, not true, whoever knows, but this is the discussion for the moment. It says that the elderly, the older people, went out. This has been like in the past 12, 24 hours, yesterday, whatever, and started stockpiling like crazy. Vegetables doubled in price. They're getting rice, they're getting oil, they're getting these things. Now, let me tell you something. I just want you to use your brain, because I've been thinking. We were unloading all that feed, and James was helping and whatnot, and we were doing I was milking, and I got to thinking. Right now, there are people here. There are people that I even know. If I took a stick of dynamite and stuck it right up something and lit it on fire, they still would sit there and say, I'm not worried about anything. Do you think that the people in China would have responded that quick to the point where they're telling them to pull back, and had to pull back the message and pull back because they acted so fast in a panic? If everything was just so wonderful already and kosher and flowing just fine, and there's no issues and there's no concerns for coming up in the coming months for whatever reason, do you think people would respond that fast? Maybe. Maybe not. So the point that I'm making here is if you have anybody here with any clout of authority come out and tell the nation here, you better go out and start stockpiling for winter. You better do it. How would people respond? Is this what everybody's waiting for? Are people asleep? The problem is there enough out there to supply what everybody would want to buy today? If everybody in your town right now decided to hit the grocery stores, the Costco, the Target, the Walmart, whatever, how long do you think they're going to have hardly anything worthwhile on the shelf? Experts tell you less than 3 days. They tell you 3 days in a situation where the shelves were already seemingly stocked. So what's going to happen if you're told to go do these things and the shelves are only half stocked? You can go in there and might find a rice-a-roni, but it's not the one you wanted yesterday. But there might be one. How long do you think that one's going to sit there on the shelf? Why is no one here trying to do anything about all the problems that we're seeing with everything that we're seeing? And I'm being generic here on purpose, because you should already have these things lined up. Things floating in the ocean. Things aren't being put away. Things aren't being harvested, etc., etc., etc. So number one, do you need somebody in authority to come out to tell you to have your family prepared for hard times? And even if you do, or even if you don't you find it rather creepy that they're not? And worst of all, they're not even trying to do anything about it. Doesn't that concern you? I threw my gloves down on that last clip for a little bit of drama, trying to scare you, doomsday you. Guys, I don't know what it's going to take for some people to get their heads out of their behinds, but there are people walking around. I just went today and I looked around and I was like, clueless. They're clueless, clueless. And I don't mean that to put them down. I'm not saying they're not smart, but for whatever reason, they're just not concerned. Now, I'm not telling you to panic, and I'm not telling you to hoard, and I'm not telling you to not be peaceful, but I am telling you it's another day. I keep saying this. It's like every day you wake up. How many stars do you have to have in the sky to connect them to draw a picture? How many does it take? And for the people that are in your acquaintanceville that you talk to that are telling you you're crazy, they're not doing, you need to take a very quick inventory right now of these people. Who are they and what are they not doing? This is so difficult for people to understand. It is not your responsibility, nor my responsibility, to take care of the world. One individual, one family, one entity, one little network of people can only stretch so far to take care of themselves and those who are participating in helping in these efforts. I'm not talking about people that cannot do. I'm not talking about people that can't afford to do. I'm not talking about the elderly. I know folks, and there's going to be people that comment on this video that are elderly, that are older. You could be my mamaw. I talked to a lady in Costco the other day. She's 85 years old. We had a conversation. She got up, she got in the car, she drove across one county into another, all the way over into Knoxville to start trying to buy some meat to put it away in her freezer. Nobody brought her. She did it on her own. So see, people only get so much of a pass, and you need to understand that. And I know that you do, but it's just so hard to swallow. I encourage you to be very proactive and be very busy and to go the extra mile. But at the end of the day, there's only so far you can go. When people are seeing gas prices go up like they are, you have grain issues, you have issues of shortages, you have, I'm going to be honest with you, how civil is society these days right now? We can come up with all kinds of examples of, hey, what about the lady that tried to drive, who drove the train about a week and a half ago in what is it, Philadelphia? Yeah. What happened to her on the train and nobody helped her? That's right. Look that story up. What was it? 10 people sat there, knew what was happening to her, watched it. Did some of them film it? I don't know. Didn't help the girl. You have to speak, you have to stand, you have to be diligent and really into your due diligence. But at the end of the day, folks, we've had it so good so long. I don't understand why some people just can't see all the things that are going on around us. But they're staying blind. But when a government comes out and it tells its people to do this, you need to look at that very seriously and go, why? 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 Why now? Why? And then you need to ask yourself, why is no one pushing you to have your victory garden, to have your chickens in your yard, to put away in your pantry, like the days of the greatest generation? Remember? Do you know? And we have to harness these emotions and go, I see it, Lord. I see it. I want to say one more thing before I conclude this video. I hope you've made it this far. You need to make sure that your foods are as shelf stable as you can make them. Do you understand what I'm saying? The refrigerator is wonderful. The electric appliances, I use them every day. I love opening up my freezer and taking out my little pizza from Costco. It's a great mom thing, right? You need to make sure that the bulk of anything that you try to do is on the shelf and shelf stable and does not require electricity to stand in its storage and to be preserved for you for down the road. Please hear me out. I am encouraging you to start taking that route very serious yesterday. It's important. And that will help you harness what you can do and harness your pantry. Your pantry is not your freezer. It's the things that you put away, just like Granny did long ago. If you like this video, like and subscribe. We appreciate you being here. I just felt another sense of urgency to talk. I'm sure there's going to be a gajillion comments on this whole situation because I know a lot of you are seeing this. It's kind of a little firestorm going today. And I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Yeah, I want to know why, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. Oh, hey. But just as important as it is why, what are the reasons you're not being told? And like I said in the video prior to this moment, why is no one telling you to act and to be responsible? And if someone is, who are they? Might want to think about that and take it very serious. We'll see you.
The sons of Yahuwah are the ones telling folks to get their house in order, to stock up. That's who's telling her. That was her point. She was saying, hey, who is telling you to stock up and to get ready for what's coming? It's the ones that heed the voice of the Almighty Creator of the universe. That's who. The crazy Christians, the crazy followers of the way, the truth, and the life. So thanks, good servant, for showing up. Never seen you on the channel before, but I don't usually go this early. So greetings. Nice to see you, my brother. If you like extra biblical texts and the canon, I do a lot more reading though the extra biblical because there's so many channels out here that read the canon. But yeah, check them out. You probably have already because I know my subscriptions grew a little in the last couple of weeks. So hey, brother, good servant, have a blessed day. Jesus, Yeshua be with you, my friend. I'm gonna go cut some wood. Since I'm now, I just got fired from my job, so I'm doing what I got to do to survive out here. All right, go cut some wood, yeah, and buy some seeds. Make some candles. Let's see. Make sure you got some batteries for lights. You know, but most importantly, get your seeds in order. Make sure you got seeds so you can grow food. All right, love you in Christ, my brother. Take care out there, folks.